Welcome to the video of the week. Today's video of the week is a little bit later because I had to run a quick errand, and I had to go get some guinea pig food and stuff for my animals with my father and my stepmother, and then we had a little bit of some time to spend together. So I started the pay-per-view a little bit later than everybody else, but I still had to do my video for you guys out there. But I did decide to postpone the Sims World episode for this week till next week. So there will be no Sims World episode this week, but Sims Paradise will be coming up this upcoming Tuesday, so you guys would not want to miss that. But Sims World will not have an episode this week. But let's go ahead and get into this week's video of the week, which is NXT TakeOver War Games and WWE Survivor Series coverage. So, at War Games, we had a match that was on the pre-show that was not originally announced, which was Angel Garza versus Isaiah Swerve Scott. And Angel Garza picked up the win. I'm not really, I don't really, like, have a pick, really, for this one. I really wasn't too worried about this match, to be honest with you. Then we had the number one contender match between Pete Dunne, Damian Priest, and Killian Dane, with the winner taking on Adam Cole for the NXT title at Survivor Series. And Pete Dunne picked up the win, which means Pete Dunne will be taking on Adam Cole at Survivor Series, which I will show you guys I'll tell you guys about the coverage on that as well. Then we had the match between Matt Riddle and the Prince, Finn Balor. The Prince of NXT, the Prince, whatever you want to call him. And Finn Balor picked up the win. I didn't want to say it was a shock, but I really didn't think he was going to pick up the win. But I was going for him, so I'm kind of happy that he did. Then you've seen the women's War Games match, which before the match, Mia Yim was taken out by somebody. And so Rhea had asked Dakota Kai to replace Mia Yim. So it ended up being Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Tegan Knox, and Dakota Kai. Well, Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley were already in the ring, and Dakota was set to come out, but then Dakota turned heel and attacked Tegan Knox, causing her to be taken out of the match, and then Dakota left Rhea and Candice to defend for themselves. So they had to pretty much fight Shayna, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kaylee Ray 2-on-4. But still, with the odds against them, Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae both worked together and actually got the job done and picked up the win, which I'm kind of happy happened because I was going for them anyways. And then we had the other War Games match, which saw Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, and Dominik Dijakovic versus the Undisputed Era, all four members of the Undisputed Era. We didn't know whether or not Tommaso was going to have another member. Here he did. He had someone in his back pocket, and that person was Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens came out, joined Tommaso's team, and helped lead them to the win. So Tommaso, Keith Lee, Kevin Owens, and Dominik Dijakovic picked up the win. And that was it for War Games. Now let's move on into the Survivor Series, and I'll actually tell you guys who the final score is on what brands actually won Survivor Series as well, if you guys wanted to figure that out as well. So stay tuned for that. But before I go any further, I want to do something. I did a tribute video for my two guinea pigs that passed away, but I wanted to do a tribute video for someone else. And that is my grandfather, Richard Gilbert. So, the reason why I just chose to do it on this video is because he absolutely loved wrestling, and I think that he would like me to do it in a wrestling video if I did anything. So I want to say I love you, Pap, and I miss you. And this video is for you. So on the pre-show, we had a 3-branded tag team battle royal, which SmackDown won with Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler picking up the win for them. Then we had the Cruiserweight title match and a triple threat match, which is also on the pre-show. Lio Rush defended against Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. NXT won that one from Lio Rush winning. Then, also on the pre-show, we saw the Viking Raiders versus New Day versus Undisputed Era in a triple threat tag team match, which saw the Viking Raiders from Monday Night Raw picking up the win. So if you guys are wondering, after the pre-show ended, it was a tie 1-1-1. Now, on the main show, we seen Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship, which is not for any brand thing. It was NXT versus NXT, so it really didn't count for any brand supremacy match. But Adam Cole picked up the win and successfully retained the NXT Championship. Then we seen another non-brand supremacy match, which was the Universal title match between Daniel Bryan and The Fiend Bray Wyatt. The Fiend Bray Wyatt picked up the win and successfully retained the Universal Championship. And then the WWE title match was on another brand supremacy match that was not a brand supremacy match. It was Raw versus Raw, as the other ones were either SmackDown versus SmackDown and NXT versus NXT. So Brock Lesnar took on Rey Mysterio in a no-holds-barred match. Brock Lesnar picked up the win and successfully retained the championship. So none of those 3 matches that I just announced went towards the score because they were same brand matches, and brand supremacy means it had to be like NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown match, similar to the other ones we did. But anyways, moving on, we had AJ Styles representing Monday Night Raw, Nakamura representing SmackDown, and Roderick Strong representing NXT in a triple threat match, which Roderick Strong picked up the win for another win for NXT. Then we had the Women's Survivor Series tag team match, which is a 5-on-5-on-5 elimination triple threat tag team match, where Team Raw was represented by Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Sarah Logan. Team SmackDown was Sasha Banks, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, and Dana Brooke. And Team NXT was Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm. So, Team NXT picked up the win in this one as well, getting them another win for the scoreboard. Then we had the Men's Survivor Series match, which again is a 5-on-5-on-5 triple threat elimination tag team match, which Team Raw consisted of Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Ricochet, and Kevin Owens. Team SmackDown consisted of Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, Shorty G, Braun Strowman, and Baron Corbin. Team NXT consisted of Damian Priest, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, and Walter. And Team SmackDown picked up the win for them and getting another point for their score as well. So, the final match of the evening was a triple threat match between the women and they are Becky Lynch representing Monday Night Raw, Bayley representing SmackDown Live, and Shayna Baszler representing NXT. So the winner of the match was Shayna Baszler after she made Bayley submit to the match. And then after the match, Becky Lynch was so frustrated that she didn't win that she attacked Shayna Baszler after the match. But if it comes down to it and you had to figure it out who technically won the match, yes, Shayna won the match, meaning that she beat both Becky and Bayley, even though she did not actually really beat Becky Lynch by making her tap out or submit. She beat Bayley, but in the triple threat match, you only had to get one pin. So Shayna won the match. So that means that took the final score of the night to Raw with 1 win, SmackDown with 2 wins, and NXT with 4 wins. Meaning that NXT pretty much dominated the night. To be honest with you, I kind of expected this, but in some ways I kind of expected the other brands to give a little bit more of a fight than they did, especially Monday Night Raw. But you never know. I mean, I'm a big fan of NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, but I really expected a little bit more from Raw, but I guess they just didn't have it down to win. But anyways, that's about it for the night. And next Wednesday's video of the week is Walking Dead Season 10, Episode number 8 coverage. So you guys will not want to miss that. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And also, remember that there will not be a Sims World this week. That was postponed till next week. But I'll see you guys all on Tuesday for Sims Paradise. Peace.